What's up, y'all? It's Jullien from the Multifamily Movement, aka your property brother, aka Mr. Multifamily. And I got to address something really quick because a lot of single-family home buyers have been coming at me hard in the comments for talking what I'm talking about, buying multifamily. And for the single-family home buyers who are being self-righteous, I got to just address something really quickly, okay? Because a lot of y'all are still renting. Some of y'all bought right, but some of y'all are still renting. And I'm going to explain this in just a second. Rent, the definition is paying somebody else to use the property and land, right? That's what rent is, paying somebody else to use property or land. Well, when you get a mortgage from a bank and you only put down 3.5%, guess who owns the home? The bank owns 96.5% of that home. And what do you have to pay in addition to principal? You have to pay interest. Interest is money that is not knocking down your principal whatsoever. So in a sense, your interest is actually rent, because rent, if we go with the definition, is paying somebody else to use property or land. So you are paying the bank interest, which is a form of rent, to use the property or land, which you call psychologically your home, though it's not fully your home yet. Now let's fast forward 30 years from now, okay? Now you've paid off the mortgage. The home, in terms of it being 100% paid off, is actually yours, even though you've paid for about, if you bought a $300,000 home and you paid, you had a 4% interest rate, you paid $200,000 in interest. That's your rent. That was rent that you were still paying as a single family home buyer. Are y'all staying with me, okay? Now the home is fully paid off, and guess what? You still have to pay property taxes and insurance. Now you could go without insurance if you want to, but if something happens to your house, then you got to start all over. So you're probably still going to pay insurance, right? And then in terms of property taxes, guess what? Even after the mortgage is paid off, you still got to pay property taxes, okay? So again, rent. Paying someone else to use property or land, property taxes, that fits under the category of rent. So a lot of single family home buyers, you are still renting even though you own a single family, because you are still paying interest, right? Your first mortgage payment, catch this, is 70% interest. The other 30% goes to principal. That is rent. And in some states like California or Texas or whatnot, your property taxes could be so high, it might be better for you to stay renting and not have to worry about anything. The only way to get around this is to buy multifamily, okay? If you can rent, if you could pay rent, you could buy a single family, okay? You can own a single family. But if you don't want to rent or pay mortgage and you really want to experience mortgage freedom and rent freedom, then the only way to do that is either live outside on the streets or go multifamily, okay? I haven't made a mortgage payment in the past 6 years of my life. In the past 6 years of my life, though my portfolio has been growing. Okay, so I just had to address this because people have been coming at me, best decision I ever made. Well, it's about the volume of interest that you paid. You essentially are going to be paying for the equivalent of 2 houses over the course of 30 years. I haven't paid a dime out of my pocket in the past 6 years for any of the 10 properties that I have. Okay, which one is better? Which side of the equation do you want to be on? All right, so if you want to learn how to do this, go to multifamilymasterplan.com. Again, go to multifamilymasterplan.com. I'm going to show you how to finance, find, and finalize multifamily real estate deals. In fact, this is one of my properties right here. It's not sexy. It's not you never see it on HGTV, but guess what? It's about to get rented. And guess what? That rent is going to be covering my mortgage and leaving me some cash flow at the end of the day. All right, much love, y'all. Multifamilymasterplan.com. Peace.